Okay, hello. Oh no. This is my encoding's overloaded. Wait. Studio mode. Really, my thing doesn't work unless I have it up. Okay, I got it to work. I am not supposed to be there. I am huge. Wow. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Gonna be a little scuffed today. If you're wondering. I am so laggy. Hello. So I have my camera here. Over there, I have my stove that's off right now. We're gonna be cooking on this because I didn't want to use the stove. The stove is very large. The echoey because my microphone's right there. Ignore my audio is going to be echoey. I don't know how to fix it. Scuff today. Only today. Ignore the echo. I can only get it like this, and I can only make it like this loud. So, just bear with the echo. As for everything else, I don't know. Let's see here. Today we are going to be making chicken pepper. Well, no. Sweet. Wait, what's it called again? Korean chicken something. I forgot what it's called. I'm just go into my fridge that's behind me. Hello. Get my ingredients. We got chicken that I prepared in advance a long time ago. Monday. Did it a little too early. It's fine as long as we're able to hear everything. Yeah. Going to be the most scuffed stream. OBS keeps telling me that my encoding is overloaded. Just bear with that. It's going to be fine. What else? What am I doing today? Let's see here. What lighting should we use? Flashbang. Nice gloves, yeah. These are my emo gloves that my friend got me for my birthday. Hell yeah. I am starting stream super early today. I actually started a little bit later because it took me forever to set up. By the way, whenever anybody tells you like, oh, cooking hand cams are easy, no, they're not. There's so much work. Like I'm streaming off of my Mac. I'm streaming off of my Mac. My microphone is right there. I had to bring on my interface. It's over there in the corner. I have my, what's it called? What is that thing called? My microphone thingy. No, USB hub. I've got a USB hub with 3 inputs. It's got my USB interface attached to it, my microphone, which is attached to my USB interface, my external SSD, and my, I might just Fugi. I might just bring them up. Like, I don't know, I brought my live 2D model. My computer's dying. I probably should have just used a PNG, but that's okay. It's fine. I have my phone attached to an extension cord in the back, and then my stove attached to an extension cord in the back. And I have... Why do I have 3 things attached? Oh, one is my microphone. One is the camera. Hello. One's the camera. Also, by the way, I can't really see chat very well. Chat's very far. Chat's over there on the cam or on my laptop. And if you hear... Actually, my gate is really good. If you hear like a really loud sound, that is my mic on my laptop just overheating really loudly. She hates reading chat. No, I can read chat. It's going to be a little bit hard because chat's kind of distance. How am I? Where am I? What do you mean, how am I? Hey, I'm upstairs. I'm in the kitchen. I can only do this because nobody here's at home to bother me. That's good. 2 FPS cooking stream. Let's go. Yeah. Well, not 2 FPS. It's actually not that bad. Is it lagging? Oh my god, is it lagging on Twitch? Let me see. Let me check my own stream. I'm gonna have to watch it. Oh my goodness. 1, 2. Hello? Yeah, it is. It's lagging. Okay, 1 second. Tiny bit. Yeah, let me fix that. I'm gonna close this. I go for a lurk. Good night. See you. Okay, if I close this, this should be better. Yeah, cool glove. I actually have I have a collection of gloves. I used to wear these arm warmers when I was in... Okay, you know what? I don't think that helped. Hold up. Is it my... It says encoding overloaded. I am pretty sure... Oh no. Okay. Video output. What are we using? My bit rate is 4,000. My encoder is whatever. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with this. I guess it's just gonna be a little bit... It looks fine on my stream. I don't know what it is like that on the others. Okay, let me move that. Okay, is this better? I can't tell. It's good. Okay, there we go. We'll just die on screen. Sorry. Sorry about the screeching. It was my stove making a sound. Do a hand dance? I don't know. I'm not gonna put on the other glove. I only have one. Well, I have 2. I'm just not gonna put it on. I have actually a really nice pair of like lace gloves. They go up to like here. They're really nice. And what else did I do? Yeah, I'm just gonna be dead. Okay. What else? How do we start? What do you call them? Fingerless gloves? Okay, let me just turn off my phone. I'm not gonna need that. Fingerless gloves, probably? Oh, wait. I'm gonna go find a recipe. My recipe is somewhere. Anyways, how is it? How is everybody? How are you? Yeah, oh, well, they're technically fingerless gloves, just with leather. Let me see here. It is honey garlic chicken breast is what I'm making today, but I don't have chicken breast, it's just chicken tenders. So I have prepared my chicken already. My chicken has been marinating. And I made rice in advance. I made rice. So here is my rice. And we're just going to ignore. Just woke up and like on the streets, yeah. Let's see here. Place flour in a shallow dish. Okay, so we're gonna be doing that. Okay, cooking pan. You heard of fingerless gloves? Now we're finger more gloves. Well, I'm not gonna use full hand gloves. I don't actually have whole gloves. You just woke up. Oh my god, what time is it? For me, it is 7:42. The sun is setting. I think at some point my mom's probably gonna be calling and she's gonna be like, "Did you eat dinner yet? What are you doing?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah." It's like 5 a.m. Oh my god, 5 a.m. Why? Yummers. Yeah, yummy. Why are you up at 5 a.m.? I got my flour. I'm gonna have to all-purpose flour. Let's see here. It says add flour and then coat chicken with flour. So I'm gonna bread the chicken a little. Last time I made this, it turned out really well, but that's because I used panko. I had like a pre-seasoned panko mix. It's actually really nice. So we're going to be doing this for dinner. I'm going to be making that, and I'm going to have leftovers for the next 3 days. And then I'm going to make a pear. I'm going to cut open this pear, and I'm going to probably, I don't know. I haven't decided if I want to like make a pear tart, because I don't have like pastry. So I was thinking of like cooking this pear with sugar and butter on a pan, and then taking like the leftovers and then putting it on what's it called? Putting on a graham cracker or something, because that turns out nice. I don't have a crust. Yeah. Okay. Now else. Oh yeah, my flour. All you hear in the background are just distant sounds of like clink, clink, clink. Hello, thanks. I actually don't know how long the stream is gonna be, because I'm probably gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go clean up now." It's gonna be like 4 hours later. I think that's good. Live fryer cam. I don't have a fryer. We're not frying. No frying in this household. I don't know if I'm allowed. I always thought frying was like hard to do because frying is like a lot of oil, and then I don't know what to do with the oil afterwards. I am gloveless on one hand. Clearly, you don't know what an air fryer. No, I don't. I do not own an air fryer. Like, here's my flour. And then I'm going to dip my chicken in my flour. Says here. I got my stove. I'm gonna pick up. Gonna be hard to do. I'm gonna put this off to the side. Maybe you can't see. Once this thing's on, I'm gonna be able, like, it's gonna be really hard to move. Put this on. Put this on this trivet. Okay, put that there. Then, what's this thing? Okay. Oil. Oil in pan. Hand hook can. That just reminds me of that like creepypasta. It's like suddenly hand hook car hand door. Okay, I guess it's just gonna be like that. Cook chicken and pear. I don't know if that goes. What sauce? It's no sauce. It's just vegetable oil. Maybe I'll do. I'll use a plate. Gonna coat my chicken in flour. And then probably put it to the side. It does say to like cook. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Hello. Hi, PCKs. How are you? We're touching our meat today. Who's up? Squishing. 7 months already, I know. Wow. Squishing the meats. You know, their breasts, their tenderloins. They're tendies. I have my camera on a tripod. So if you're wondering why I'm like off to the side, it's like right here in the middle. I don't know what I was. You know that I've been preparing like for a really long time, and then like I was up last night until like 4 a.m. just like trying to figure out my computer, because every single time I would open OBS it would crash, and I had to go in and delete my computer files, and then I had to update my Mac. Anyways, movie night yesterday. Yippee! Chicken booba, yeah. What is chicken if not for chicken booba? We watched The Matrix yesterday. Matrix yesterday was fun. Okay, none of the... Thank you for the headband. Nothing is going to be working because I'm on the Mac and nothing works on the Mac, so... None of my plugins are working because I don't have a... No worries. I will refund everybody who redeemed stuff today because nothing is going to be working at all. Like, I'm gonna refund everybody's channel points today because, like, nothing works. Mix It Up doesn't work on a Mac. Actually, I don't know if I never tried if it did or not. Also, chat doesn't work either. I set up chat, and I can't get chat to show on screen. I can see you guys. It says it's working, it's connected. I don't know, chat's not showing up on screen. I don't know why. We're the only one working. Channel point for Rod. Yeah, I'm refunding you guys. Not really fraud. Is my BGM playing? I hope so. If not, we're just gonna be sitting here in awkward silence. Every single... Ooh, my fingers are getting so caked up. Every single time I do a hand cam, I feel like it's always really scuffed. I'll never get a single, like, hand cam where I'm just like, yeah, that was great, that was memorable. VTuber stream I watch when drunk? Hell yeah! You're gonna be watching me touching meat for the next 4 hours. Maybe this is the kind of thing that you watch when drunk. Yeah! Woohoo! I can be as loud as I want. Thank God I thought you were eating the stream thumbnail. No. Well, I could. Don't eat raw flour. I mean, I could. Nothing wrong with that. Chicken tenders. I could eat flour, technically. But no, I'm cooking. This is more effort than I usually put into meals, because, like, my normal meal is, like... Look at this. My normal, typical meals is, like, I'm gonna cook noodles, and I'm gonna have noodles for dinner. But today I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm doing a hand cam, I might as well do something a little bit more, like, extra. Might as well do something. Can't believe these people watching me fondle meat. Hell yeah, guys. It's meat tenderizing June. Hell yep. Now I can ID you with Jarvis from your fingerprint. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my fingerprints. Cost-effective meal, butter, flour, water, salt. Yep. Actually, when I was in, when I used to live by myself, my cooking was... I cannot read that. I'm so sorry if you just did something I cannot see. Thank you. My cost-effective meal when I was in university, well, not when I was in university, I'm still in university, but like when I lived by myself in the dorm, my version of cooking was like, I would go out and I would buy a chicken breast, and then I would go and just cut it into little pieces, and I would just cook it on the pan, just like by itself, with no, like, nothing. No salt, no pepper, nothing at all. And then I would cook it, and then after I would have it with, like, a sauce. See, pan. And hook on car door. I'm gonna start putting stuff on the pan. Do, 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 do. This is weird streaming, and I'm not wearing headphones, and I can't hear my own self. I can't hear myself. Kind of sad. Truly a culinary masterpiece. I know, you guys should see what my chicken looks like. And what do my tendies look like? I cut everything into strips, and honestly, I feel like I should have just cut them into, like, flat pieces instead of cutting them in half, because now they're just long and sad. Men, door, hand, hook, car door, exactly. Culinary. What a great storytelling story. Peak storytelling. All about I'm so excited for tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing a karaoke, and I'm gonna be able to do songs that I like. I pick songs specifically for that playlist, songs that I haven't done in a while, and also songs that are, like, I guess more difficult. I don't know what people describe as difficult. There's, like, depends on what it is. But for me, I was just like, oh, I haven't sung the song in a while. I really want to sing this song. fingers are just getting kicked up. I want to eat this. Do you ever just have an urge to like stick fingers in your mouth? That's me. You know, like how people eat cookie dough ice cream? You know? You know, like when people eat cookie dough ice cream and they're like, yeah, let's eat that. Do you think that's like thing? Eat your hand? I kind of want to. Turn up the heat on that. Burps $1? No! Not a toddler. If you're baking something, it'd be okay? Maybe. Imagine being drunk could be me. I don't have alcohol, sadly. I don't know. I don't know if I would ever do a drinking stream. Wow, this thing heats up so slow, my stove. Not stove. I was thinking about the Matrix the other day, and I was like, you know, if people in the Matrix were being used as like spoilers for the Matrix, by the way. If people were being used as human batteries, does that mean the concept of in that universe that like aging doesn't exist, like mental health illnesses don't exist? Because like if you were an AI overloader and you had a simulational world that you wanted everybody to exist in, if it was like a true utopia, like would illnesses not exist if you're using people for the sake of like being batteries? Because if everybody's in a pod, their real life bodies are in a pod, and they're being like taken care of in their bodies or whatever, does that mean like no illnesses exist? Or do they still exist and they're just killing people off? Like imagine being in the random number generator and they're like, you get depression. Because like you would ideally in a situation like that, you would want your society that you're being used as human batteries to live for as long as possible. So in that world, I think people should have been able to live to like 200. Unless they were like, somebody out there is gonna be like, nah, that's unrealistic. Unrealistic, I call cap. So then they had to like start killing people off in their like 20s. I don't know. I don't know the feeling, but I think you're gonna sell them out without even any salmon involved. Did you know that the number one illness caused by bacteria on chicken is E. coli? Actually, I don't know if it's E. coli or if it's salmonella. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about today. I was like, that scene in the Matrix doesn't make sense. I did think it was really cool. Like, I really like those tentacle alien thingies. What am I supposed to do with this? It's all like stuck. Okay, let me stick this over here. Put this in my pan. This is what my pan looks like now. Chicken. Is my stove on? It's not. Oh, it hasn't been on the entire time. Uh-oh. Now it's on heating. Buenas, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Ça va bien? Wait, no, that's French. I'm sorry. I can't tell the difference between French and Spanish sometimes. Comme si, comme ça. Ça va bien? Ça va? Ça va? I guess the overlords didn't always select perfectly healthy people, so if your real body dies in the Matrix, one has to. Two? But like the overlords, they said that people in the world were being, they were born like they were born intravenously, like they were literally creating life on their own. They showed that clip of the baby being born from those eggs and growing within like those capsules, and then the people get transferred to the pods, like Neo. Neo was being transferred to the pod. How are you cooking? I cannot show you. I have cooking stove right here that I cannot show you because it is really far. But it's over there. I have little mini portable electric cooker. Electric cooker. What was in the dish? Chicken. I'm cooking chicken. And I'm making honey garlic chicken. What am I? Honey garlic chicken with a lot of garlic. Yeah. And I'm gonna be having with rice that I made in advance. It's cold rice, but I'm gonna microwave some. So you got rice, and then we're gonna have chicken. And then as for my vegetables, I'm gonna have to go look in the freezer to see if we have any frozen vegetables. But yeah, I don't know. Toss that in. Are these chicken bits, or am I just tossing bits of my flour fingers in there? Bon gammatit. Yeah, yeah. And now I'm really far away. My chicken is cooking. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's sizzling. Okay. Whoa, running water ASMR, hell yeah. Let me bring this stove down a little bit. Wow, my camera is so far away from the counter. No, lurk, none of my commands are working. So that includes tough, lurk, Discord, whatever. Nothing works. My bad. Good night. I keep going to bed. I can't believe that for some of you it's bedtime. It's like I stream at like 4 a.m. and some of you guys are still up. Time zones, I guess. I guess it's like if I streamed at I have no idea what time it is. No idea what time it is for you guys. But here, pretty late. Anyways, I'm gonna take off my glove on this hand. I don't see my hand anyways. But my chicken is cooking. I got my chopsticks. 7 p.m. I gotta make my own dinner. Ooh, what are you gonna make for dinner? I mean lewd, what did I say? What? I take off my gloves. Bare hands. Tacos, nice. You take your glove off, Hashem. I only have one. My hand is already gloveless. Is this considered cannibalism? I mean, it's only cannibalism if you're the same species. Like, if you were to eat... If a human were to eat a primate, if you were to eat monkey, is that cannibalism? I think you're kind of, like, genetically different enough. You know, I watched the dinosaur documentary, and it was like, this is the descendant of the dinosaur, and it was like this teeny little bird, and then you're like, oh, chickens are technically considered descendants of dinosaurs too. I think that's pretty cool. There's species out there that have co-evolved alongside the dinosaurs, like reptiles, and I think that's very cool. Like, you have species. I saw a picture of a manatee, and it's like a long time ago. It's pre-existed. You're far removed, are you, from a chicken though? I don't know, pretty far. How far are birds from chickens? Like, they're different species. I think they're different enough. Do you guys hear the sizzle of my chicken? Can you hear my stove? I can't tell. They were talking about like the pre-evolution form of a manatee. And they were like, look, the manatee, and then what it looks like now, and basically nothing has changed. It went from like chunky, fat, like round blob floating in the ocean to like also round, chunky, fat thing floating in the ocean, but like with a different like style tail. Essentially, it looked the exact same, and everyone's like, "That is what peak. That is what peak evolution looks like. Nothing changed. It was like, yep, this is what I want to look like. This is perfect." And for something that just floats around doing nothing but eating seagrass, like, yeah, hell yeah, that's peak. From a train stopped. Ooh. I remember I would take this like this place I used to live in to take the subway, and then they'd be like, "Hey guys, like, can you imagine like the world's worst? Hey guys, go hit the train. We're gonna be a little bit delayed because the car was on the track, and then we're going to we're gonna take a little bit." And then you hear nothing. It's just really muffled, the worst speaker system you've ever heard in your life. And the guy sounds like he's eating the microphone. And everyone just sitting there like, what? What did he say? My friends used to take the train to, like, go to school, and then that was what you would hear every single morning. I'm still playing online that game during dev hours? What? What game? What game? I get so many emails for people. That didn't even work. That didn't even work. I didn't even say the word. I keep getting emails from like game companies being like, "Hey, would you like to try your game?" And it looks like Candy Crush. I don't know what it is, and I'm like, what part of this looks like my type of content? I feel like they're just cold emailing people. They're like, here is your stream key. Well, not your stream key. Here's your press key if you would like to play the game. Let us know if you want more keys to give to your viewers. And I said, no. I didn't even sign up for any of those, like, things that give you, like, press keys or whatever. They're just emailing them to me out of nowhere. I'm like, why? Okay, my chicken is half cooked. Place chicken in skillet and cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. And I turn it off. Okay, now I'm gonna have to make my sauce. Do they pay you for exposure? They're not paying me anything. I just get paid with the key. They were like, we're gonna give you a key and you're just gonna have to play it. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. Ooh, garlic. I find that if you cut garlic really thin, like this, the sun's going down. I find that if you cut garlic really thin like this, the taste of garlic is stronger than if you were to mince. Can you pay us with those keys? No, I don't really get. They only give me one, and it's like, I want you to imagine like the worst mobile game you've ever seen. But it's like the same type of game, just over and over again, but with different types of assets, and it's the same kind of like thing. The red LED make it look like you're bleeding? Really? It's like the same type of asset. And it's like, oh, we have a cozy game for you. Would you like to play as a roll dice? Would you like to play as a farmer who just moved to a small town and you're setting up your own store? And then the other game is, would you like to be a shopkeeper selling boba? And the other one is, would you like to be a cat cafe manager? I'm like, these are the same game. It's the same game. It's like management simulator. Which, I don't know, nothing wrong with those kinds of games. It's just what I've seen of it. It's not something I would do. I can't really see very well. Those games all sound revolutionary. Oh my god. I saw this discussion on Twitter talking about how like there's no good games anymore. Games that try to go out of their way to do something different. It's all like the same type of game. No game dev does anything differently. It's all the same. Or like that. I don't know, some controversy around this thing called mixtape. I don't know what that is. They're talking about how it's a game and they're like, it's got worse gameplay than the Stanley Parable. I don't know what that game is. I just saw it. Yo doesn't play long games with Subnautica 2 just dropped. Ooh. There's a second Subnautica? I thought there was only one. I know about Arctic. Wait, no. I know about Subnautica Below Zero. I thought that was part 2. This one is multiplayer. Ooh. I heard they added multiplayer to Minecraft. Isn't that exciting? They added the ability to join people in Minecraft, just like, you know, just out there. Isn't that cool? You can just join people as they're just in their world, and they have like friend lists. So it's like, what's the point of having Java? Or what's the point of having Bedrock if they're gonna do that? Yeah, look it up. They added multiplayer to Minecraft. Very cool, very exciting. Everyone's like, thank God, what's the point of having servers now? And we can just join people in their worlds and just like show up. You have to turn on your like, you know, let people join, but basically it's like having your own world and people just come visit you. Hello, I can't tell what you're cutting. The onion, is that a pepper? No, it's garlic. I have garlic in a container. You mean like online joining without needing a server? Yeah, basically Minecraft has its own server now. You can just join people. So if you have a world and you have your like join feature turned on, people can just join you. Very cool. Okay. Add. Okay, I've got to make my sauce. I need apple cider vinegar. It says 2 garlic cloves. I put like 50. Soy sauce and honey. But I don't have honey, so we're going to be using maple syrup. One and a half tablespoon. Oh, I'm going to double this. 1.5 tablespoons. That would help since so much time setting up remotely and stuff when I was younger. I did that too. I remember having to be like, well, I want to play multiplayer with friends. How do we do that? LAN. But if you were on the same Wi-Fi network, it was easier because you could just be like, you put in the IP address and everything. I remember going over to friends' houses to play Minecraft. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then honey. Or maple syrup. Because I've done server stuff before. Like, I have a server with Aternos. I mean, it's still going to be pretty useful if you want mods. But if you're just wanting to play vanilla Minecraft with friends and stuff, I think it's going to be useful for people. 2. 3. 4. What's for dinner? Chicken. honey, wait. Honey garlic chicken tenders. Taste my sauce. That'd be some chicken, yeah. Good. It's getting so dark. It's better. It's better. Does the sauce taste like a Debbie sauce or the baby gross that you eat wet? Not honey, no maple syrup. It is maple syrup. Turn this on again. I don't have honey. I'll never speak like that ever again. That was disgusting. I don't know what you just said. How's your day been? It's been good. How are you? Now I'm just waiting for my chicken to heat up again. I've been good. I'm just chilling. I started this, what, how long ago? Almost an hour ago. We're almost there. I'm just waiting, getting dinner. We know I have pizza. Can I have some of yours? I don't know if I'm gonna finish this. This is my lunch and dinner for the next 3 days. Sure. Let's see if I can finish this on time. I'm having breakfast at work. Ooh. I don't really eat breakfast at work. Missed the beginning. Do you remove any of the fat from the chicken or leave it on? These are tender, so there's not really any fat, but there is those. What are those tendons? Every single piece of these chicken tenders have a little tendon stuck in it that I had to like cut out. Ew, pizza gross. Been going to lots of parties with coworkers and they get alcohol and pizza. Here's a tip. Don't drink at 7 a.m. Oh my god. What kind of work do you do that you get a drink? Turn the heat down. Simmer. Know what you're saying? My work is a good work. I don't know if my work ever lets me drink. One where I work in a cage and get praised. Wow. So you work as like an underwater diver? Those people who do underwater welding? The drizzle, yeah. Adding my sauce. Talk to nobody wants to talk to me, work in the basement. Hell yeah, IT. That's what I want to do. I want to work in a job. It's not IT. Could be. It's a bunch of jobs, but the only one of my kind. Ooh. I want a job where I just do nothing but answer emails and just go to meetings. That's why I want to be middle management. And I want a job that lets me work from home. I don't know what specifically I want to do, but I know I want to work from home. There's been times where someone will walk by and I'll see me in my cage and turn off the lights while I'm working. Don't they call those fish bowls? I remember being in a library. I once lived in a library. When I did not live in a library. I once stayed at a library. And they had these things called isolation pods. And imagine like a glass round thing in the middle of the room. And it looks like a giant like tube. And there's a door, you walk in, you scan your ID. You walk in, you scan your ID, it locks and you can rent them ahead of time online. And basically they put you in an isolation pod with the glass doors and there's like a table in the middle with like 4 chairs and you just sit there and you do your work. But everybody outside can see in, so you're just sitting there in like a glass thing in the middle of the room. Great. Loving myself about how you know the chicken is gonna last you 3 days. Because like one serving size for me is like this much. That's a lot of chicken. Holy moly, why? Okay, I'm gonna let this simmer. Cooking my stuff. I might be a big eater. I usually work out 2 times a day, so I usually eat a lot. Maybe that's why. Right? Never mind, I'm just gonna use this plate again. That plate is not coming. Eat this. I don't know what to do with this leftover flour. And you get skinny wrists like you. My wrists are maybe like 8 to 9 inches. I don't know. I've got very narrow arms. Like, my entire arm is just like this. You know what my arm's really good for? Sticking, you know those holes that they have in the desk? I can stick my whole arm down there. Great. What I was doing. Be a grill bird. Yeah, be a grilled fish. Woohoo! Wonder if I should add more sauce. I'm gonna go work. See you. Have fun. Maybe I need more sauce. Bye, FCKs. I just tried a piece. very garlicky. Really garlicky. Not that it's a bad thing. I can taste the pepper that I added, and I can taste the garlic. Pretty good. 1:30 a.m. Oh my goodness. One 30. 8:30 a.m. My God. So like the time that I normally stream at, it's like for 10 p.m. for you guys or 10 a.m. middle of the day. If it's like 8 right now. What to do with my song? My flour. Garlic's good. Has pasta that too much? I don't think so. Garlic's a pretty mellow flavor, and like the more you cook it, the more mild it gets. Which is why I like cutting garlic into like these slivers. I like cutting them like this. That way you can taste it better. I find if you mince garlic, the flavor disappears, which is good for soups if you want like a mild garlic flavor. But if you want like a really strong flavor of garlic in like pasta and stuff, cut them into like thin slices and you get like a really strong. Dad did not know, yeah. For tomorrow. And then my chicken should be good. Have you ever had cooking turn out really bad? I find cooking is easier than baking because like cooking, you can like, thank you smiling over the water break. I find with cooking you can make mistakes and you can always salvage it. If you're like, oh no, my cooking turned out burned, I'm gonna make this better. I'm gonna add water and make it a soup. And then it turns from like burned vegetables to like roasted vegetables. But for like desserts and stuff, you can just fail at cooking. Baking is so hard. Like if I ever wanted to challenge myself, I would just be like, I'm gonna do a baking stream. I'm gonna make a cake. Okay, here's fireworks. And I've got my microwave. And I'm waiting. I'll put this in my lunch for tomorrow. It actually smells really good. It smells like garlic. That's all I smell. I smell garlic. Okay, and then now I'm gonna have vegetables. If I can find them. You guys ever just enjoy eating raw beans? It's amazing through trial and error people figured out how to bake it well. Yeah. I imagine it started from bread. And then it turned into like, oh, we're gonna make bread and maybe we can add sugar and make it sweet bread. And then they had like honey cakes. I think like that was probably one of the earliest forms of desserts other than fruit. And then they had like fruit cakes and stuff like that. Oh, what if we made dried fruits and we added like it into bread and stuff? I think bread was probably one of the earliest forms of baking. And then people made Coca-Cola salad in the 50s, and I don't know what to think. People used to put jelly. People used to preserve meat in jelly because refrigeration wasn't that big a thing back then. So if you look at cookbooks from the 60s, they were like, oh, a way to preserve food properly without a fridge, because they would have like, I guess, parties. And they needed like a table safe food. So they were like, oh, what if we had fish encased in jello? But you're not supposed to eat the jelly. That was the misconception from back then. You're not supposed to eat the jelly. The jelly is supposed to keep the food fresh and without contact to the open air. A lot of people back then, they looked at stuff like that and they're like, ew, what the heck? Like, what? Fish jelly, ham jelly? More like a preservation agent than anything else. Although I do want to know, what the heck was the process of some people discovering certain foods? I really want to know, like, why did they do it? Hmm. I gotta put this container. These are my leftovers. Put it in this container. See? Chicken. This is gonna be my dinner for tomorrow. I'll probably have it with noodles instead of rice or something like that. Somebody lost a pet. Oh my god. Hey. You know, you see that mushroom over there in the forest? Like, hey, you want to eat that? They're like, no, what? What if it's like poisonous? They're like, nah. They're like, just try it. Yeah. I'm not sure what to do with all my little bits of garlic in the pan though. Guess we'll pick it out. I think that'd be fun. Can you imagine just like, hey. Or maybe they saw some animal out there eating something and they're like, ooh. Well, if that animal can eat it, I think I should be able to. I'm pretty sure that's how we discovered the concept of eating bamboo. I think somebody out there saw like pandas eating bamboo and they're like, stalk out in the woods that looks like tree and is hard. Maybe I can eat too. And then they discovered like, oh no, regular bamboo too hard, but bamboo shoot. Bamboo shoot soft. Bamboo shoot edible. Mushrooms are always what comes to mind too, yeah. Because the thing with mushrooms is that a lot of like, it's like hit or miss with a lot of mushrooms. Some mushrooms look harmless, and then it turns out those are the ones that kill you. And then some mushrooms do look like they're gonna kill you, and then some mushrooms are just chill. The scariest thing about mushrooms though is that they're really close to like the cellular structure of humans. So if you guys have ever if you guys are doctors or whatever, and if you've ever studied mushrooms, antifungals are really, really annoying. Especially when it comes to like mushrooms that grow on the human body, because they're so similar to human cells. It's not like a adaptation thing. It's like they will literally just, they're so functionally similar to human cells because mushrooms are a type of animal. They're a spore. Kind of scary. So if a mushroom ever gets in your eye, or if a mushroom ever gets in like someplace where it shouldn't, it essentially just fuses with you. You become, it will just start becoming a part of your body. It's really cool. Pandas wouldn't lie to me, oh my gosh. I don't know what you just said, but hello, Polish person. I'm assuming that's Polish. Is that Polish or is that Czech? Czech. Wait, is Czech Polish? How do you pronounce that word? C-Z-E-S. Czech? Czech? Not sure. I'm eating my dinner now. Last time I made this, it was a lot more salty. I think because I used panko, and panko was a little bit of salt. And I think I added other spices too. I added like white pepper. But this time I didn't. I followed the recipe properly. Hello from Poland. Czech are the neighbors of Poland. Oh. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Dinner ASMR. Dinner ASMR, but halfway through as I'm trying to talk, I start choking. And then it becomes like POV 911 call. By the way, if you're home alone and you're like eating and you choke on something, know how to do CPR on yourself. Know how to dislodge like food from your throat after choking. That's pretty important. But basically what you want to do, take your fist, wrap around like this, and then you're going to, where your belly button is, right underneath your ribs, where your diaphragm is. If you guys know what your diaphragm is, you put your hand around underneath. Yeah, you lean over a chair that's at waist level, and then you take this, you put it underneath, and you want to drive in and upwards, like hard, really, really hard. And that's how you just CPR yourself. And then you want to like throw yourself at the chair. You like hold it here against your stomach, and then you literally like throw yourself over the chair and you bend over. And then at the same time, you want to like pull your hand upwards like that. Oh yeah, useful survival skills. They have church on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I don't know. Wait a minute, my stove's on. I forgot my stove is on. Thinking about it. Services every day, really? I did not know that. I have enough chicken for 2 more meals, I think. Gotta think about what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Today's a Wednesday. No, today's a Wednesday. Have this for tomorrow's dinner. No, tomorrow's lunch, and then for dinner, I'm probably gonna have the chicken with noodles. And then I'm gonna have the rice again with the chicken probably for lunch. Wait a minute. Yeah, no. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh. Wednesday. No, I'm gonna have rice every day, yes. How would you rate the sauce? Do you think that the honey would have been better? No, it's about the same. I think the honey's a little bit thicker than the maple syrup, so it would have been a little more sticky. But the flavor's the same, just sweet. I'm trying to finish all my leftovers before Friday. So I think it really is just gonna be chicken tomorrow. I'm gonna finish the chicken for dinner. I have Thursday dinner. It's tomorrow. And then I don't know. I may have miscalculated a meal. The sauce is good. It's like it's just soy sauce, maple syrup, and apple cider vinegar. So the vinegar makes it like kind of acidic. You don't really taste the vinegar. I think I would have next time added more. And I think last time too, I also added sesame seed oil, which I didn't do this time. Kind of forgot. Last time I added white pepper, I added some sesame seed oil, and I also added some... What'd I do? I forgot. Hello! It was black pepper, white pepper, sesame seed oil, soy sauce, maybe dashi. A lot of, like, stuff I threw in. Which is usually how I cook. I'm making chicken Alfredo tonight. Nice! Like, from scratch or from a jar? Because I think Alfredo is pretty easy to make if you have, like, heavy cream and cheese and, like, butter. But I don't know, it's easier with a jar, maybe? No, it's hello. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna finish all my stuff. I think I've made too much food. And then it becomes a, what do you do when you have too much food? And then you're gonna be out for like the next 4 or 5 days. I mean, I guess I could freeze it. Thumbnail shows work whenever using chopsticks, so inconvenient. Don't worry about it. I'll have a knife. That's my knife. Just like, this is the steak knife I was talking about that my mom doesn't like me using. Might not allow it. Yeah, this is my knife I like to use to cut my fruit. Mom's like, why are you using a steak knife to cut fruit? I'm like, I like this knife. I'm gonna have this pear later. I'll probably cook it. I feel like doing it. I feel like making a pear compote to have with graham crackers. I never really understood the whole like, oh no, I can't eat garlic or onion before a date, otherwise my breath's gonna smell. Don't you like brush your teeth? Or is like the scent of garlic so strong that it just becomes a part of your scent? I remember I did a little bit of research the other day, well not the other day, but like a while ago, talking about how natural body odor, quote unquote, depends on your diet. So they were saying that people who usually tend to eat like healthier tend to have like a different smell than people who eat a lot of like greasy foods and like fast food, which I think does make sense in a way. Brushing teeth overrated. God, is get the smell of the, oh no. Reminds me of that picture, that video of like a guy who was like, I didn't shower for 10 days and I walked through a crowd. And then all you see from the video is like as he's walking by, everybody turns and stares at him. And there's like a couple people that turn and look at him with the most disgusted face ever. And then they try to frame the video as like, oh, he's aura forming. He's just got such a powerful aura that everybody can't help but like look at him. But People who like we saw the video afterwards were like, no, this guy stunk so bad. People were turning around to look at him because he just smelled so bad. And they were like, it was one of those alpha male people. They were like, oh, look at me, I'm aura farming so hard. And it's like, no, dude, you just smell. I guess I'm gonna go try to put more chicken in my lunch. Get my lunch for tomorrow. I saw another argument on Twitter talking about power scaling. And they were like, at some point you get all of the shonen anime dramas where it's like Japanese manga, you got the issue of power scaling where it's like young boy meets like starts out weak or whatever. It was like basically criticizing this typical power scaling tropes of like different genres of media, and they were like, oh, they call it what, like shonen or like power scaling slop. It was so funny. They're like, oh man, so and so, this thing sucks because it's like how this works and whatever. And then the QRTs people are like, this person clearly doesn't read enough of this specific genre because that's not true. For the next 30 minutes is just gonna be this one screen because I take a long time to eat. I'm gonna scooch that out of the way. I'm gonna take my pan. I'll let that sit and soak a little bit. Gotta enjoy and savor the food? No, it's more like I'm too busy yapping. My lunch for tomorrow. Then my dinner for today. That I'm going to try to finish half of because I realize I only have one more day to finish everything. Okay. Good enough. I'm not trying to brag, but I eat quick and regret my actions. I mean, it's good to eat quickly because I eat really slowly. If I eat slow, then it's gonna take a while. I used to, my teachers, when I was in school, during lunchtime, they would watch me eat. Not in like a weird way, but they would like, you know, when you have lunch during a table and all your classmates are sitting at the same table, and then they're like, okay, everybody, it's time to go, and there's me still eating, and they're like, oh my god. I was always the last person at the table and I was just still eating. Because they only give you an hour to eat, and if you're like talking with your friends and you get a little distracted and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go like, you know, like talk and stuff, and you don't get any eating done, and you're like, oh man, lunch is over. I didn't get to finish my food. I'm gonna make a good fried rice. I still have this much rice left over. Not really sure what I'm gonna do with it. You're eating rice? Asian? Beans? I made chicken. Honey garlic chicken. Yes, I am Asian. I'm eating with chopsticks. Wow. Rice balls? I am not C. I'm thinking of making rice balls on Friday. Do you any specific rice type? No, I was gonna make onigiri for Friday for lunch. Because I need something that I'm gonna be able to take to work. And then I'm gonna wrap it with plastic wrap. I'll probably just bring that. I don't know what I'm gonna put in the center though. Maybe I'll make seaweed. I'll make a seaweed filling. Maybe I'll do that today. Look, it's Miku. Miku. Can you do tricks with chopsticks? No. Yeah, it's Miku. It's Miku. Gonna get dirty? No. I have her hanging off my microphone. I drew these like teeny little bird charms using shrink plastic. Look, my little birdies. This is my fat bird. You see my fat bird? These are my birds. I can't believe you don't have anime hands. Oh my god. I was gonna paint my nails, but then I didn't. I don't know what counts as having anime hands. I've got really tiny hands for my height. It's really sad. I have like smaller hands than my friends, and my friends are shorter than me. Like, look at this. I've got short fingers. Very sad. I could never play the piano really well as a kid because they were like, oh, your fingers don't stretch very far. They're like, oh, play this chord. And then my fingers are like, I can only get this far. I can only get this far. And they're like, oh, reach farther and press this key. And I'm like, I cannot. My fingers only go this way. Pair for scale, exactly. It's like that Reddit page. There's an r/r Reddit page that's like banana for scale. And they would be like, oh, put a banana next to a banana for scale. More like, this is a the Anjo pair. A pair is not good scale though. Bring a 20 centimeter ruler. I don't have a ruler. Can we have banana to scale this pear for scale? I don't have banana. My parents refuse to buy bananas because it brings fruit flies into the house. Every single time we buy a banana, we just get fruit flies, and they're like, why are there so many fruit flies in this house? It's because of the bananas. I don't know. Hand to scale. Hand pear. There was a post that went around back in the day on Tumblr that was like, oh, what type of hand do you have according to like firebenders, or like from the Avatar, like waterbenders, firebenders, earthbenders, whatever. I thought it was kind of funny. People have different hand shapes. It's interesting. Some people have like really long fingers. Some people have like bigger palms, like I do. I have short fingers, which isn't the best for playing the piano, but I think it's okay for playing the guitar. Nah, man. Fruits come in different sizes. Can't scale much with it. Do you have the shiny gloves? I do. Well, what do you mean? These? These? What shiny gloves? Finish your meal. I'm still eating. I have these. These are my fingerless gloves. My emo gloves. And then I have my... That's it. What do I do with this thing? Finish your meal. The one that make your fingertips look like glowing beauty. That's a thing. That's a real thing. I didn't know that. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hello. What is that username? Hi. Oh. Thank you for the follow. I should have changed my stream category. I should put myself in like IRL rather than just chatting. I kind of forgot. Pair to scale. I'm standing. I'm standing and eating. Would you rate this divorced dad meal on a scale of 0 to 10? Oh my god, is this a divorced dad meal? This is the VTuber meal. Honestly, I did contemplate it. I was like, maybe my VTuber dinner, maybe a VTuber girl dinner was gonna be like, I eat this pear, then I bring out the ham. I bring out the sliced ham meat on the side, and then I bring out like a handful of like dried mangoes, and I have like a handful of chips. And like a single tortilla wrap that's just by itself and nothing on it. And I'm like, yeah, VTuber girl dinner. And I have celery. But then I already defrosted my chicken, so I was like, no. How do you use up eggs quickly? If I have like a bunch of eggs and they expire on Sunday, how do I finish that? What do I do with it? I have like, I don't even know, 14 eggs. How do I finish 14 eggs by Sunday? Should I make... I think it's the easiest way to be able to make like a cake. Five billion cake recipe. Yeah, I make a sponge cake and it uses like 5 eggs, 8 eggs. Throw it at someone? That's such a waste. In this economy? In this economy? What if you really dislike them? I don't know if I've ever disliked anybody enough. Have you guys ever disliked somebody enough that you were just contemplating, I don't know, slashing their tires or something? Have you guys ever disliked anybody that way? I don't think I ever have. Do they expire though if they float on water? Then they're a witch. If they bad, they sink. I think if they're bad, they sink. No, if they're bad, they float, I believe. I don't remember. Was it the lemon? You dinner this? Yeah. Just scramble it and make an egg wrap and then put chicken and cheese inside? Ooh. A wrap is good. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Instead of onigiri, maybe I should have made a wrap. Then I could use my chicken. I could have I could put my chicken inside a wrap with cheese. And then egg, maybe. Breakfast wrap. That'd be good. I can make a dinner and I can make a lunch. But that only uses up 2 egg yolks. That only uses up 2 eggs. What am I supposed to do with the rest? Maybe I can freeze them. My captions don't work. Yeah, it's a dinner. Rice with chicken, good choice, yeah. And beans. Beans are kind of dry. I cooked them in the pan when they were frozen. Because they're like cold bean. How many is many eggs? I should count. Then how will the egg would hold up? I could pre-packed egg rice in the market though. Ooh. Let me count. $17 eggs. How do I finish 17 eggs by Sunday? Can you eat eggs after they're expired? I think it should be fine, right? It doesn't expire until it smells bad. I have eggs in late April and I haven't died yet. Oh my god. And one said eggs go bad before the best before day. It was super weird. How do you know they're gone bad? Do they just smell funny? That's enough of my rice back in the fridge. They smell horrible. I think it should be fine. You know, like the rotten egg smell? It smells like sulfur. Or maybe ammonia, I don't know. I know what rotten milk smells like, because one time milk exploded in the back of like a car. And like hot summer day with like milk in the back of the car just soaking into the trunk fabric, it was bad. It might be worth opening them into a bowl in case there's a bad one to prevent ruining whatever you're making. True. I mean, I'm not planning on making anything with them soon. I think I'll just leave them. Maybe have them tomorrow. But yes. See, this is the meet you charm I have hanging on my microphone. I took it off because I have a microphone right there, but I put this on my microphone. She is from the Cinnamoroll Collab Cafe. I had for this, I bought it off of like a, what's it called? What's it called when somebody buys like a proxy? On Instagram, I messaged somebody and they were like, oh, we do sales from like Japan. I drop a syrup on the counter. There's flour down here too. I'm just in the way. Oh no, you see the flour, yeah. It's sauce, it's not syrup. Here, now I'm gonna make my pear. I'm gonna make my pear soup. Whoa. Dropship? No, it wasn't dropship. It was just some like single person on Instagram who was like, hey, if there's anything that you want from like a specific like pop-up store in Japan, I can like buy it and sell it, like ship it to you. So you pay for the object and then you pay for the shipping. It wasn't that bad. Like the keychain, I got a keychain and a standee for like 300, 500 yen. And then for the shipping, I had to ship to, I believe, Canada. And then shipping to Canada was like $14. It wasn't that bad. See, my mom hates the way I cut fruit because I cut like this. And she's like, cut away from you. And I'm like, it's fine. I've been cutting fruit like this for years. And I think I'm supposed to peel them. So we'll do later. I think Sanria's collabing and Powerpuff Girls with themed plushies. Really? I don't really watch Powerpuff Girls, so I don't know. You know, there's some people out there who are so good with a knife that they can like peel fruit like this. They're like, I can't do that. I think I'm supposed to peel this though. Which I will do. Pear bunnies? Nah. You know, one time I have peeled off like the tip of my finger before with a peeler. Like it went like this, like, and it cut my like entire tip off. It was great. I was like, wow, I didn't know that was possible. I'm surprised I haven't actually cut myself yet. Yeah. No, it's fine. Haven't done that yet. Well, I haven't done it since. See, that's the tip. They always say, use sharper knives. Use blunt peelers. That way, if you do cut yourself, you know, you don't cut yourself. Actually. Did you know that peelers are like this side? Like they're double-sided like this? Because technically you're supposed to be able to go like this, but most people just kind of go like one direction. Technically you can go back and forth with them. You can go like... Never tried. I think it's supposed to be able to do that with them. Like maybe larger vegetables. You've always just done it one way. Yeah, same. Always done it one way. Maybe pear. It's been years since I've cut myself. With a knife. What are you cooking? I'm gonna make a pear tart without the tart. So it's just gonna be baked or pan cooked pears, maybe. I've got my pears in the pan, and I'm gonna add sugar and some butter. I got my pan. Yes, and then bring this closer. In my pears. We're making pear. I was making chicken. Almost out of butter. So, a little bit of butter. Maybe it's a little too much. I'm gonna cut it in half. Where'd my knife go? They cut knife in half. And then add sugar. Because I'm lazy to get out the actual sugar, we're going to be using sugar substitute. Have this monk fruit sugar. Pears. This is gonna be a very rough recipe because I don't remember how to blend. We got 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. And I'll wait for it to caramelize. And I might as well actually just use regular sugar. And add 1 tablespoon of white sugar. Let it sit. No. I have a song stuck in my head. It's currently on repeat. I'm thinking about this song called Make Believe by Mother Mother. Now my peers are just gonna sit there. Well. I'm gonna wash my dishes now. My favorite theme. My favorite theme is the fishing theme from the Wii. What's it called? Not the Wii Sports Resort. The what's it called? I forgot the name. It's like these have little mini games. You can do fishing. You can play like air hockey. You can play like with little mini tanks. I forgot what it's called. Like Wii something. I don't remember. I feel like that thing. Remember, like, there's this one that's like, hey guys, I'm gonna go take a nap. Wake me up in like 15 minutes. I'm gonna make fish sticks. I'm gonna go take a nap. And it's like 20 minutes later, it's like, hey Randy, are you awake now? Your fish sticks. And it's like, Randy, your fish sticks. If I go in, it's like, hey guys, can you watch my stove? And then go walk away. There's this one meme I really like. There's one video that was on TikTok. It was like this guy going like, hey guys, there used to be a trend where people would be like, hey, can you watch my thing? And then they would walk away. And then you would see what the thing would do. It's usually an animal. They were like, hey guys, can you watch my cat? And then usually like the thing would like stare at you for a while. There's this one that's like a bird, and the guy like puts the bird down on the table, and he's like, hey guys, can you watch my bird for a little bit? And then like the bird runs down the table up to like the camera, and it just starts staring at the camera. It's very cute. Randy, your fish sticks kill your parents. Actually, my favorite, I guess, the theme, maybe music-wise, Rosalina's Comet Observatory. Honestly, all of the Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack is a lot of nostalgia for me. So like, that's a good song. I cried the first time I saw like the Rosalina's storybook. How are my pears doing? Hello. Nope. I think I have to turn up the heat a little. Alright guys, watch my pears for a little. Let me know if they're burning. Bye guys. I'm gonna go wash the dishes. What's that song? Increasingly aggressive. Oh, I smell it burning. Oh, it's caramelizing. Wow, it's really caramelizing. So good. This is the only song I can think of at the moment. I'm thinking of happy birthday. It's not even my birthday. What do I want to do today? I don't know. You know, I've been reading I'm reading older manga. I'm reading the entirety of Skip. And I would say the main character in that and the manga is pretty good. I was mixing it up with the other one where she like pretends to be a guy, and I don't remember which one it was. I thought Skippy was the one where she becomes a guy, but it wasn't. And I remember like this. Remember this like old teacher thing would say to me. She was like, "Oh yeah, this genre where women would disguise themselves as men, and men would be like, 'Oh my god, am I gay?'" She's like, "That's like BL. Like what's? She's not a girl. She's a guy." She looks like a guy. Skippy sounds familiar. I think it's something loafer. Skip to loafer. Ooh. Skip to loafer is the one of the recent animes. Hello. My pears are caramelizing. See, I like to use a mix of like half like regular sugar and half like non-sugar substitute, because the non-sugar substitute has a different consistency than regular sugar and it's less likely to burn. Hello. Welcome. I'm cooking my pears. Where is my plate? To the people who think that I'm gonna burn stuff, ye of little faith. Burn something for. I am a good cook. I'm not a good baker. If I wanted to fail, I would make a cake. My spoon. All right. Do you like to pair the sugar with an alternative for your pears? Yeah. Baking's easy, just follow instructions. No, baking turns out so bad. If you pair regular sugar with an alternative sugar, it less likely to caramelize, which is bad if you want to caramelize, but it's good if you're making like something like this. It's got like a different consistency. Baking is a science, it is. Baking is hard. Hello. I don't know why it's saying that my my chat's not working. How did I get flour over here? What the heck? We're eating, yeah. I'm cooking. I've been cooking for the past like 3 hours. Ooh. Ooh. I just had you playing as I was in bed, being too lazy to get up. Nice. Where's my plate? Alright. Another plate. Hi Ashley, how are you? So we got graham crackers. I'm gonna put my pears on my graham cracker. Woo! My legs. If you heard that crack, that was my hip. There's a guy who does interesting projects, so he wanted a brownie with the crust all around. He machined a sphere cake mold and couldn't get it in right. I think he got the way you want it. Nice. Biscuits and banana? No, this is pears. I'm cooking pears. We got graham crackers and pears, and earlier I made chicken and rice and beans. Stream brought to you by Honey Maid. How do you know they're Honey Maid? You don't know that. Beans, I love beans. Well, like green beans, not black beans or whatever. They're green beans. Maybe I should move my camera. I'm gonna do this. I'll tilt it up a little. Not green bean. Yeah, green beans. What's wrong with green beans? I like green beans. Fresh, what's it called? French beans? The green bean? Green bean? Green bean. Green beans suck? No, they're good. I like to eat them like French fries. Either them or a store brand based on my experience. Yeah, these are Honey Maid, but okay. I think these are done. Too healthy. They're good though. What do I want to put? I'm gonna cut them in the pan. I like green beans. Hello, hello, how are you? Should I say the crust? His signature? Really? What crust? I should disperse in my non-green bean. Bye. Just a green bean hater. Don't burn anything? No. I'm a great cook. Never burned anything in my life. More like, am I gonna burn myself? Does that count as burning something? Am I gonna burn myself? I think canned green beans isn't doing green beans any favor. The reputation? True. I just have frozen green beans. I don't have canned beans. You know. I remember having green bean casseroles in like for elementary school lunches. They would give you like a lunch at school, and the green beans were so salty. They would give you like the saltiest green beans ever. They were kind of okay. I don't know. I think they're a good way to preserve like vegetables, but man, they were salty. It's kind of ironic for a school that was like, oh, we're gonna give everybody healthy lunches. We're gonna give everybody green beans. The green beans themselves were like mushy, and they were salty, and they were just weird. I mean, they weren't bad. I mean, I'm not picky with vegetables, but I know other kids hated them. I don't mind. Hello. Hello. Ta-da! Pear. Cracker. Cracker. Ow. Immediately I was like, ow, hot. Well, I just burned my tongue. Cook pears on a graham cracker? Yeah. I was gonna make a pear tart tatin, but I don't have a pie. I don't have pie filling, so it's just gonna be graham crackers. So imagine pear tart tatin, but like without the pie filling. Well, without the pie in general. Pastry. Yeah, when I think of like green beans, I don't think of like. Looks a little sad. Why? Is this a depression meal? Is this depression meal? Is this girl dinner? Maybe whipped cream. Do you think I have whipped cream in this house? No. I don't have heavy cream. I don't have whipped cream. Poor man's pie. I can't afford pie crust. I don't have pie crust. I don't buy it. Why is it still cooking? You know what? Let it cook. Make it mushy. Is this my last pear? Let me look at the fridge. guys. This is my last pair. I have no more fruit today. Oh man, this sadness. It fell apart. It got too soggy. It fell apart. Graham cracker, something else combined into crust? True. Graham cracker pie crust? I think it's too much work. I do like s'more. Wasted. It's okay, I'll eat it like this. I was waiting for it to cool down a little. It's all sticky. And I just wiped this counter too. It's good. It's like, oh, I mean the graham crackers are already honey. And then this is already sweet, so it's just like sweet and sweet. No taste bad? No. It's good. The pears on their own are kind of being overtaken by the flavor of graham crackers. Because pears are such a mild flavor. They're just kind of sweet, mildly sweet. And then with this on top of it, hello J-Car, thank you for the 1 bit. It's like 1. Is the sugar in the pan usable as a sauce? Probably. It's just regular sugar and some butter. Close your eyes and imagine you're eating a pie. I don't know, the texture is a little different from a pie, but it's good still. Ooh, that's really sweet. I wanted to try it with the graham crackers just to see what it would taste like. I think I might just eat it plain. Good. Good dessert. If you close your eyes, you can almost song. What? That's good. I don't know if I'd recommend it with a graham cracker though. I think it tastes better by itself. Is this for us? Sure. If you want some. Here you go. It's good. I'm just gonna eat them by itself though, without the cracker. Very suspicious a wrapper in the top right. That's not suspicious. It's this is from ramen packet oil. Beef Wellington making stream. What is a beef Wellington? Pompeii. Oh yeah, that song. If you close your eyes. This is from the, what's it called? The Mama Ramen. I think we have pears. I might try this. It's good. I recommend it. If you have pie crust though, I think pie crust tastes better with this. It's a corn dog in a different tax bracket. But like, definition, what is beef Wellington? Is it just a regular roast beef rolled in like a pie crust? This recipe that I'm following, or I was following, without the everything else, is from the British website. I'm gonna find it. Okay, look up Sainsbury magazine. Pear tart tatin. Really good. Recommend. Gordon Ramsay disappointed. No, I'm sure he's fine. Where'd a bottle of water? I don't have bottle of water, but I have glass of water. I have glass of water. Okay. The pears are really hot. I'm gonna take them off the pan. Whoa. I don't know if I want to keep the sauce. Turn this off. And I'm gonna move this away. And I'm gonna let the pan cool a little bit before I wash it. But yeah, not bad. It's good. Recommend. Anyways, thumbs up. There's this one YouTuber I watch for like journaling. She does a lot of journaling stuff. She's got such long fingers. I'm kind of jealous of like when. Wish I had long fingers. Thank you for your service, hot plate. I have a stove behind me, but I'm not going to use the stove. I don't want to use a stove. I was like, let's just use this. We use this for cooking hot pot. And I contemplated making a hot pot too, because I was like, I have udon, and I have kimchi, and I have miso. I could make hot pot, but then I was like, nah. Nah. I will do something else. That's good. Pears. How couldn't you? Hot. My pears are still hot. I'm waiting for them to cool. What's your guys' favorite ice cream flavor? I know there's height surgery, not sure if the same could be done with fingers. Maybe, probably. I don't know why you'd want to, specifically for that, unless you were like super, I don't know, insecure about your hands. There's probably some like body modification for anything out there. Which, I don't know. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? I got a flavor from like this store, from like this specialty ice cream store, and then I tried the flavors and I was like, I can't decide which one. So I picked this one called like, what is it, like something chocolate? It was good. It has like cookie dough in chocolate ice cream with marshmallow. it's interesting because I've never had cookie dough and ice cream before. Not a cookie dough person, but all the flavors I tried, I was like, they're okay. I mean, I almost went with strawberry because I do like strawberry, but then I was like, I want to try something different. I really like Blue Moon ice cream. Isn't that a brand? Isn't that a brand? Or is that like a specific flavor? I don't know. I like strawberry ice cream. I tried, they had like a blueberry cheesecake ice cream flavor, but I thought the aftertaste was a little too cheesecakey, you know? I'm not too big on cheesecake. What would be your last meal? Udon. Hot pot nabe udon with tempura. That's my favorite food. No flavor, it's like a super Midwest, mostly ice cream flavor. It is a flavor? What the heck? How do you describe that flavor? What is it? What flavor is Blue Moon? What is that? What would your guys' last meal be? Like, would you go with like something steak? What if they ask you what's your last meal when you're like gonna be sent to the death sentence, right? And you ask for something super impossible. What if you were like, I want something like super expensive or something like super hard to get? What do? They're just like, nah, we can't do that for you. Some people would be like, oh, I want my mom's food. My mom does not cook. Some people are like, oh, comfort food. I think udon's pretty comfort. I'm married. They give you Dino Nuggies as a replacement. Oh my god. You know, I'd be happy with Dino Nuggies as a last meal too. What's a little bit of whimsy as your last meal, you know? Why not? One time, I was like, I'm really craving Dino Nuggies, so I went to the store. I couldn't find them, so I just went with regular chicken nuggets. I was thinking about chicken nuggets for like 2 weeks too, and I was like, man, I really want chicken nuggets. Because one thing about me is that I'll just get like super specific random cravings, and I'll think about it for like a month straight, and then the moment I get it, I'll have like one bite, and I'll be like, okay, never mind. I don't want this anymore, but now I have too much of it. So for the past couple of months, it's been Oreos, it's been M&Ms, pickles, ice cream, and then I don't know. What the heck is Turkey Hill Tin Roof? What flavor is that? You guys are describing weird flavors I've never even heard of. Imagine telling them, just give me the kitchen, I'll make it myself. Oh my god. I think they would probably just have you describe it. You're like, okay, write down the recipe. You think there's somebody out there who's like, I want my last meal to be like drugs? What do they do? Do they give it to you? It's like, yeah, I want a cigar and like a little baggie of like Do drugs count as a meal? Maybe. It's like, yeah, I want drugs as my last meal. Turkey Hill is the brand, but vanilla with fudge and chocolate covered with peanuts. Ooh, peanuts. It's always some form of like chocolate and peanuts. I've never heard of just plain vanilla with peanuts. Now it's gotta be chocolate and peanut butter. You know, I was thinking about like Italian ice for a while too, and then I think I got over it. I was like, nah, never mind. Because I had lemonade and I just froze it into a popsicle. That's pretty good. If you have lemonade, you should just freeze it. Frozen lemonade's really good, you know. Although I think like hard lemonade's also a thing too, right? Hard lemonade. Mike's hard lemonade is what I'm thinking about. Washes dishes, yeah. Essentially, this is just washing dishes and then eating stream. Anyways. Wow, I thought this was gonna take longer than it actually did. It's only been, what, 3 hours? Nice. It's 10 p.m. This is usually when I start stream. Alrighty. Well, I don't know what to do now. I had my dessert. I had my dinner. I made my lunch for tomorrow. I don't know what else to do in the kitchen. Now I gotta take all my stuff back downstairs. Reassemble my microphone. Just lying here. No. Might just go. What am I gonna do for the rest of today? I finished early. Might just like very productive stream. I know I got a lot done. Now I'm thinking about like I gotta finish my oatmeal tomorrow. I gotta finish my rice. And I gotta finish my eggs. I got so much leftovers. Don't know what else to do. What else? Alright, tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a karaoke. Probably around maybe 10. Probably 10. Anyways, I'm going to go and finish washing up. I'm gonna go clean the sink and then who knows what I'm gonna do afterwards. I'll probably just chill. I feel like I was at an hour to your waiting room. I know I'm usually late. I'm sorry. My bad. Because I fell asleep earlier and I was like, well, oh no, I fell asleep, right? I will try to start. I have 54 songs and like 10 additional songs I added as an encore, just in case if I run out of them. That I shuffled, so it's gonna be whiplash of a lot of different types of music. It's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna be echoey. I'm gonna try to fix my audio problems probably after dinner. See if I can go into my PC and see what's going on with my stream. Yeah, look forward to it. I'm excited. Maybe might be scuffed, but who knows? I can be loud. I can do my super loud songs. Yippee! Looking forward to it. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Probably around, I think I have it set for like 10:15. Who knows? Hope YouTube notifications work this time. I mean, if you look at my, if you just, I guess, go to the waiting room on YouTube and just be like, oh, that time, you know, maybe should good. Should be fine. Anyways, I'm going to go. See you. Thank you all for stopping by. This is my cooking stream. See you. And do what the other streamers do, where they do like a cooking stream. They go, bye bye, bye bye, jazz hands, bye bye. I'm standing behind my tripod. Bye bye. Thanks for the fancy stream. Hell yeah. Had to move all my stuff upstairs. My laptop, Do you guys want to hear what my laptop sounds like? Do you hear that? Do you hear my computer screaming for its life? It's like, oh my god. It's so hot right now. It's like super warm. Because what happens when you try to stream on a MacBook? Anyways, good night. No, you can't hear it. Wow, that's amazing. Can you? Not? Really? Oh, you can't. That's amazing. I think because I have a noise gate on. Anyways, do you see what I did to my microphone? I put all my hair clips on it. This is how I store my hair clips. I just stick it on my microphone cable. No, you cannot. I know, I have a noise gate on, so you probably can't hear it. Good thing, though, because it was going the entire stream. You could hear this thing from, like, down the hallway. It's just like, very loud. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Good night. See you guys all tomorrow for karaoke stream. Bye bye. It's probably just gonna be me singing for 4 hours straight. I will see you then too. I'll try to start earlier. I will make dinner earlier. I have to make my dinner and my breakfast and my lunch for Friday tomorrow, so who knows. I'll start earlier. Good night. Thank you all for stopping by. See you. See you. Bye bye. Outro. I don't have... Oh my god. I don't have transitions. This is so funny. This is so sad. My transition is just like, what? I can't hear my own BGM. We're just gonna sit here. So wait for it to end. Oh yes, good talk. Good dinner. Nice. I can now check off cooking stream off my bingo list for this year. I can be like, done cooking stream. Yippee. I did a lot of my bingo goals. It's pretty exciting. Never ending. Yeah, never ending stream. I just yap at the end. It's just, hey guys, this is the after party. After party of the after stream. You guys are just here. I don't have Twitch set up on here, so I cannot raid you to anybody, so I guess find your own people, Twitch people. And if you're on YouTube, do something with your life. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. See you. Go to bed, maybe. Go to bed. Go back to bed if you're awake. Go back. Just sleep. See you. Bye-bye. I can make you go to bed, drink water. Go. Sleep now.